What's up, YouTube? Do you feel lucky here? Bringing you part 2 of my Project Gastly build. This video is going to be more of like a vlog-ish kind of thing. I think that's how I'm going to do the rest of these to make it kind of easier on myself. I am going to do a little bit of a time lapse. I'm kind of just doing introductory here because I got quite a few parts in today. I got all of my water coolant stuff and I got my processor. So there's that, and I got a couple other little things that I have in the closet that doesn't really matter, but maybe I'll show it to you guys. But without further ado, I'm going to turn around the camera. Hopefully you can do this without being too terrible with it, and show you everything that I got. Alright, I think that was relatively painless. So starting off, we'll go, obviously, the important thing. Sorry about the fan noise from my computer. I am currently rendering out a video. But I figured I'd do this while I was waiting for that. So obviously, the heart and soul of my computer, my i7, the 6800K. So I got this today. This was actually the last thing. The mail gets delivered to my house so late, and this took forever to get here. But I got this. As you can see, I got the little this processor back here. So I'm going to be videoing. I'm going to time lapse me putting this in, and then putting a lot of this other stuff here in. So now, just right here, real quick. These are all my fittings for the card tubing, and this is actually a 9mm Allen wrench that I had to go find at Lowe's today because apparently 9mm isn't a common size. I have a bunch of sets of these, and they all go like 7, 8, 10. So they all skip 9 for whatever reason. 9 is not a common size. I don't know why. Can't tell you. Whatever. But then I got a couple. I got like a cap, and I got some elbows, and I got different things. Moving on over here, this is my block for my CPU. It's the Acetal nickel. I probably should have unboxed all this stuff. Maybe I will. We'll see. I'll show it to you guys in the time lapse. Maybe I'll kind of go over and slow down some of this stuff as I do it. So this is my block. This right here in the red box, this is my pump and my reservoir. So this is the combo. So I haven't taken this. I actually kind of want to take a look at this. So I am going to open this up and look at this soon. I kind of wanted to actually leave it all in the box before I showed you guys. This all kinds of, oh, this was really nice. This is my my GPU. This is my 1080 block. So this is the block, and then this is the back plate. So I had to buy these both. Right here, these are the 4 fans for all the radiators. I've three for the 360 and 1 for the 120, obviously. Then my fan splitter, I'm going to use it for the 3 on the 360, so I can use it on one header. And then obviously my PETG tubing right here. I got 4, I think they're 36-inch sticks, I believe, so 3 foot. I hope. I don't know if these are 3 foot though. I don't know how long. Hopefully it's enough. It should be, unless I'm really bad at it. You never know. I'm sure I can, but this I can get pretty easily. And then moving on over here, these are just the empty boxes for my radiators because I happened to flush them, and they're downstairs in the dish rack drying out right now. Before I put them in, so I flushed them out before I installed them, so they're nice and cleaned out, and I got the screws and stuff for them. A couple little things, but they're pretty big. They're really nice radiators. I took a look at that, and right down here, obviously is the PC build. That's what I have so far. If you guys haven't seen it yet. If you guys haven't seen the first video, I'm obviously doing the 6800K, obviously X99 platform. I've obviously got the 1080. The motherboard is the MSI Gaming Pro Carbon. It's one of their newest boards. Really nice RGB, and then I've got 32 gigs of Corsair Vengeance, 2400 megahertz. That's about it. And then it's obviously the Fantex Pro or Antho Pro M acrylic. That, and then over here in the closet, don't mind the mess. A couple things that I got: the heat gun for the piping, the rubber thing to bend the tubes, and then the really kind of important things are. So this is the Mayhem's. Let me bring this out into the. See if I can get it to focus. The Mayhem's, the pastel white extreme light. It's the fluid. So there's that, and then obviously the dye, the purple dye. If I can get it to focus on here. It's not going to, is it? I'm sorry, but it's not going to focus. Maybe a little. But yeah, purple dye, and obviously bend the heat gun, and then I got some thermal compound. And then an empty plastic bag that I just threw on my floor. But let's turn this back around so I talk to you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to show you parts real quick before I started getting into this stuff. I'm gonna probably set up the camera once my video just finished rendering. So I'm gonna set up the camera, or upload the video, set up the camera, and kind of time lapse me putting in the CPU kind of stuff. I'll show some unboxing. Maybe I'll time lapse me unboxing some of the stuff, show you some of the guys, the stuff, and then I'll do that, and then we'll go from there. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys in a sec. Alright guys, I unboxed all the parts, kind of looked at the instructions, got everything pretty much done. I took out my top, it's actually like for the radiator. That's why I like this case, is this piece, you can mount the radiator right to it, so then the radiator and the fan. So I'm going to do that. But first, I'm going to install the CPU and the CPU block onto it, which didn't realize that the 2011 I saw it, but it has the built-in backplate, so you just screw the screws in and you just drop it on. That makes things so much easier. So I'm gonna do that. I thought about filming it, but it's gonna be kind of a pain. I mean, I guess I can. Shouldn't be a big deal. I'll just I'm just gonna time lapse it. So starting about here. All right, CPU blocks in there. I cut there for a second because it was kind of hard to do this one in while holding the camera. But everything went in pretty easily. The CPU dropped right in. It went in. These sockets are actually a lot easier than what I'm used to from the Z97 board that I have with the 4790K. Like these the two latches, and it just dropped right in, went down. A lot less. It's a lot less scary than the when you do it on one of those because it's not as tight. So I was definitely happy with that. But everything fit. I cleaned it off with alcohol. I didn't show that, and then I, put the thermal compound down, drop the block. Very tight fitment, but I think it's I'm assuming it's supposed to be like that. It's just right to the max. I hand tightened everything down. That's what it says you're supposed to do. It looks good. I mean, it's sitting there now. So there's the block. Now I'm going to. I may not film a lot of this. I'll show you some. I'll cut it in and out. Show you guys. I'm gonna put the top radiator in. I might mount this one too with a fan, and I got to put the reservoir in. So I've got to figure out how I want to mount this in whatever orientation, however I can, and figure that all out. Or if I'm going to have to, unfortunately, order a bracket for down here. We'll see. But I'll be back, guys, and show you the next steps. All right, guys, moment of truth. See if the system actually turns on. I had to jerry rig my power supply to hook up to this thing, but we'll see if it goes into the BIOS real quick. Just real quick before, because I have the heatsink on, so it shouldn't overheat, but I just want to make sure everything posts before. Yeah, I want to make sure everything posts before I went crazy. And oh, we have lights. Oh, boom! Look at that, right into the BIOS. Awesome. I know this is probably not the greatest quality on this one, but turning this off right now, but perfect. But that's pretty awesome. I'll be right back in a sec to show you guys the rest of this. I've been since probably the last time that I've actually talked in this video. It's probably been a few hours since I've actually done everything, got everything ready, kind of fitting everything, see what's going on. But I'll show you. I'm going to clean everything up, get everything situated in the case, and then I'll show you guys what I've done so far. All right, guys, see you in a sec. All right, it's been a few hours since I've actually recorded anything or done anything. I took a little bit of a break. I was doing this for a few hours, and I kind of needed to get my head straight. But I think I figured everything out as far as I'm going to get tonight, or until I get the rest of my parts really. Well, that's not true. There's a couple other things I can do. I could probably start doing the bends. That's not true either, because I don't want to do the bends until I get the cord so I can actually finish the build, because I don't want to. I'm using the 1080. I mean, I guess I can put my old graphics card back in this computer until I get these. I'll figure that out. I'll decide that. But I'm going to start planning out the bends and everything. But I'm going to show you guys what I did. It got a little bit of a pain in the ass, but here we go. All right, well, I'm sure as initially you can see I did a couple different things. First, obviously I got the resin the pump in. This is a bit of a pain in the ass. Didn't think it was going to be much of a pain in the ass. I thought this case would have nice mounting spots for it and everything. I actually drilled it into the case to get this in to mount the bracket back here so it floats here. I mean, the cords kind of are visible down there. I'm trying to think of a solution. I didn't want to lay it completely flat on here, to be honest with you. It kind of was a little bit of a pain in the ass to do that. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I might just get like wire wrap or something. But I mean, at least they run in. I actually undid the ends on these so I could run the cords through this little slot right here, so I could put them in the basement here, so I can just hook it up down there, so you won't ever see it. I put the front 140 back in, and I just put the Vardar fan back here without the radiator, because, well, I decided I'm only going to run the one 360, which you can see is mounted up here. The ports are right here. If you can you can see them in that. So I put them here. I'm gonna run down from here. The fans are down here. This was honestly the only way I could do. I mean, I could have done this here in an orientation, but I had to take out my hard drive cage. I had to take out this piece. This would have been harder to mount, and it just didn't seem worth the hassle. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go with up here, run one. From what I looked online, I don't think I should. I don't believe I'll have an issue. From what I understand, it's going to be you need one 120 mil per thing you're cooling. I'm only cooling two things. I'm only cooling the CPU, and then I'm going to cool the GPU. So that's two things. So I've technically got 120 mil more than I need. And from what I understand, the loop equalizes. So running through another radiator wouldn't mean, so if it runs to the GPU and then to the GPU to then the CPU, this water, just because it's running through GPU doesn't mean the water is going to be warm here. The whole temperature equalizes throughout the loop. So it's all going to be the same temperature no matter where it's going through, because it's going through as a cycle so fast. So I don't think it's going to matter. I think it'll be okay. Kind of annoying that this is so low, but it works. I mean, it's only blocking the little thing up here. The biggest pain in the ass is going to be the 8-pin cable connector up here. But the lucky thing is, well, I can hook all those up. This is removable, as you saw, this hole, so you take out a few, like 5 screws, here, and then 3 on the back side, and this just pulls right out. So this whole radiator enclosure just comes right out. So I'll have to hook that up before I actually install the tubes and the lines before I do that, and that's going to be a scary adventure for sure, because I'm kind of worried about, I don't want liquid in my thing, but I think I'll figure it out. But good news is I got it this far. Pretty much got it prepped. I got the CPU in, I've got the resin, I've got the radiator in. Everything's pretty much ready to go for when I get all the rest of my parts and actually figure out this whole bending process, which will be a little scary, but we'll see. But other than that, I think I'm good. I destroyed my office doing this, and I'm not going to clean it up until tomorrow. I'm just going to close the door and forget about it. But I just wanted to give you guys a final update of what I did today. I don't think this video is going to go up till tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to edit it till tomorrow, but few different things. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's look pretty good. I'm still debating if I want to put an SSD here or not, because I got the there's a tray on the back that you slide on here or like this, and you can mount it to this, which I think might look kind of cool. I got the Samsung, that actually wouldn't look too bad here, but we'll see. It was definitely a process. Let me tell you that much. I've never done custom water loop before. It's a lot of it's custom for sure. I'm sure it's gotten a lot better over the years since I, way before this, but man, this is a bit scary. I hope you guys enjoyed the little bit of vlog, kind of doing a little, how do I say, little montages, my little, previews of me unboxing the stuff and then doing a couple little things and then putting the CPU in. It was kind of hard to, it was hard to, kind of video all of this, because it's hard to concentrate on camera and then do the same, work with one hand. It's just a pain in the ass. And honestly, this took me way too long to record it all and upload it. Even if I fast forward it, you wouldn't see a thing because it'd be going so fast. Or it'd be a really, really long video, one of the two. And I don't really like either of those options. And I figured I'd just go over what I did. It was a lot of thought and deliberation, because it was more just like, okay, now do I want to put the radiator here? Do I want to put the radiator here? Do I want to put it here? How am I going to do the res? Where do I mount it? Because it was all just the whole process of like, well, maybe I could mount it back here, and then I could put the radiator here and have a radiator here still. Like, and it just, in the end, I kind of decided, you know what, I'm going to go with my original idea of putting the 360 up top. The res goes here. I'm just not going to have one radiator. I'll have a fan in the back, fan in the front. I might add another fan in the front to give me a little more airflow coming in and then exhausting through, but I think other than that, I don't think it's going to matter too much. I might get another one. I might get actually 2 140s. I'm thinking the Corsair ones that are the LED ones, they have the purple fans. I think that might look kind of cool in here. I don't know, maybe I'll just get some couple black ones that can go in here, nice high flow efficiency ones, so you don't see the white. Not that you're really going to see this white, but a little bit anal. I'm going through this whole process. I want it to be perfect, because I made a good investment on this, and this is going to be my computer for a few years, because there's no way I'm building anything after this thing. I'm just happy that it booted, and I'm sure you guys. Oh yeah, that was the other thing that I recorded. I recorded me booting it, of me jerry rigging my power supply out of that computer onto this computer without taking it out of that computer and having to rewire, unwire, and hook up. And I did it. It booted. We got to the BIOS, and now I know everything works now, and it even had the 1080 in it. The only thing that's going to be worry is when I put the water block on the 1080, which I don't think is too big of a deal. I've seen there's good tutorials on that online, so I think I'll be okay with it. But 1080 in here, every part that's going to be in here, every part that I'm using in here went to the BIOS, so I know it works. There's nothing wrong with the board, nothing wrong with the processor, nothing wrong with the video card, so we're good. I'm just rambling at this point, but what else is new? I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm excited. This should be this should be getting to a close, I would say, by next week, I would think. Is by the time all my parts are going to get here and it's going to take me to do the bends and figuring all that stuff out, it should be relatively soon. I'm hoping by the end of this week I'll at least have my other package with my extra fit-ins and my drain valve. That's really what I'm waiting for to do the bends and stuff, is the drain valve. I mean, I guess realistically I could, no I couldn't. I said realistically I could, maybe, because granted the situation, I did order an 8-pin CPU pin for up here that was the custom sleeve, but you're never going to see it with the way the radiators are mounted. It'll fit perfectly up there, but you're never, unless you're going up and in here, you're never going to see it. So maybe I'll think about before getting the sleeves, because I should be able to pretty easily just do the motherboard one and the GPU one, hook them up here and here, and then just switch them out. Those are only 2 cables that are going to be sleeved that you're really going to see, and just switch and then switch them out when I get them, so I could have the computer completely done before that. So it's basically, I think that maybe we'll see. I'll think about that. That might be coming soon. So maybe if I get the fittings, if I hopefully get them by Friday, I'm crossing my fingers, Friday or Saturday, maybe I'll be able to finish this build this weekend. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. But either way, guys, thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel for more of this build and all the other stuff that I got going on. And remember, guys, stay lucky.